what you are thinking? Is this what you do believe to say he's the stew in the fridge? Like when a Dr. Fred member saying, no, he's in the fridge. That is a lie. Kumwena fiaba makebe bareisa, bareseka batampa no kuchita campaign. What kind of a human being who thinks he will be voted by any foolish Zambian? You can't vote for such a kind of a person. How does he leave someone's body and he wants to take over? What kind of culture is that in our country? In the history of our country, the person who took over, from a person who dies, cannot, before they bury, begin to think of putting in place the person who inherited the position. It does not happen. Unless you are foolish, you're not going to believe what I'm talking about. If you want to convince me, you want to challenge me right away, I want to tell you that please present the body of ECL. Tell us, show us in the mortuary that finally the body is here. And let's look at the body. Even if today they were going to exhume, because they are also ready where they buried him. They are ready, in case of anything, they are ready to go and take the body, bring it. Do you know what they are thinking? They think UPND will lose. And once UPND loses, they know where they secretly buried ECL. So bari mushikakale. No wonder all this period when they were given a chance to submit the reasons why they want the state not to take the board of ECL to come and bury it at Embassy Memorial Park there. They know very well that let us buy time. They are trying to buy time until we reach the election time. Babe perefie. The state of the Republic of Zambia are not fools. So your strategy, your cover-up ECL family, Makebe Zura, and whoever is supporting, you are not going anywhere. In fact, you are cased. You can't rush to run this government, yet you have failed to resolve and reconcile over the burial of our former late 60th president. So iriria shi turela ndapo yakweba ati baisi.
Good evening, Zambia. Welcome to Hardball. Tonight, we go straight into looking at the ECL body saga, as well as the August countdown. My name is Alfred Chimba, and I am your host. Now, we start in the shadows of a mystery that has crippled two nations. It has been 9 months since the death of Zambia's 60th Republican President, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, in South Africa hospital. But while the nation expected a dignified farewell, we have instead witnessed a grime, legal tug of war, allegations of body snatching, and a family at war with the state. But my guest tonight has taken the temperature from tense to explosive. And in a recent viral video, which was just from playing for you or displaying on your screen, Dennis Mutumba made claims that would shake the very foundations of our political peace. He alleges that the Lungu family has already secretly buried the former president, violating an active South African High Court order. And he goes further, claiming that the ECL, or rather that ECL did not die of cancer, but was poisoned by business associates, and that the South African police are now hunting for a body that may no longer be in the mortuary. So these are not just observations, rather. They are wild, high-stakes accusations against a former first family and their legal spokesperson, that's Makebi Zulu. Dennis, you are a governance advocate. A governance is built on truth and rule of law. And this evening, allow me to welcome Mr. Dennis Mutumba. Mr. Mutumba, good evening, and thanks for joining us on Hardball.
Thank you, Alfred, and thank you to all our viewers, wherever they're watching Crown TV. I greet them, and good evening.
Indeed. Like I was just unpacking, in the intro of this particular program, Mr. Dennis, these are strong allegations. We did play a clip of your live, I would say a live broadcast that you made on one of the social media platforms. But I think the bigger question that many Zambians are having is, are your allegations really true, or where are you getting this information?
Thank you so much, Alfred, and thank you, the viewers out there. I think the reason why I'm here is to give more detailed information about what we have discovered on the ground concerning the death of our former 60th president, who died last year on the 5th June 2025.
Indeed.
There are issues between the family and the state. They one day agreed to repatriate the remains, but later on things turned and the Zambians were shocked. What could be the reasons why there is a disagreement after agreeing? We're all happy that we would pay our last respect to the former head of state because of precedences. And we are aware we have lost many presidents, and you know it has not been very difficult. Not until the family alleged that the first, the 7th Republican president was not in good books with the late 60th president, of which at the end of the day there are issues to say the state denied him to go for medical treatment. That was the allegation against the sitting president. So we thought, because of many individuals that were involved, sent to negotiate between the family and the state, still they did not conclude. We waited because we hope men that were sent to negotiate are men that once saved and respectable figures. But in the turn of things, the family continued to insist that they are not going to repatriate the remains, despite the order from the court. They kept on appealing, and they've been losing those appeals. As we speak right now, the country and all neighboring communities are aware that this is exactly 9 months. We are already closer to 10 months. And you and me, many other people have been asking what could be going on.
It is. Just before we go into finding out what you think could be going on, in this case, are you just a whistleblower, or are you peddling dangerous conspiracy theories that could land you in a jail cell?
I'm very much ready, even today. Even today. Whoever thinks what I'm speaking is a lie can only prove me to be a liar if I demand I need to see the body. I'm not Hagainde Chilema, but me personally, because I'm a taxpayer, I've been paying the late president. You've been paying the late president. Within my constitutional right, I have every right to think otherwise. And my demands and my thought, my finding is that this family is playing a game. And there are individuals who are interested in the death of ECL who wants to gain political mileage. They want to be more popular using the death of ECL. The truth of the matter is that two governments, Zambia and South Africa, don't even know where the body of ECL is. Has Crown TV took time to investigate so deep? You have not taken that interest. But I want to tell you the truth that even in the court, when you're dealing with matters of such nature, which are very sensitive, the body of ECL, because the issue, the state petitioned the ECL family to respond, and the government was asking that they cannot bury outside Zambia, apart from where other presidents must be buried. So when they made this petition, it was going to be more or make more sense for some witnesses to go and see the body. But during the trials, cross-examinations, I think you and me have been following keenly to get to the bottom of the debate in the courts. They've never seen the body. None of the court staff demanded, or maybe the petitioner, to see the body. And you're aware through the state lawyer that, you know, the state of the Republic of Zambia engaged a state lawyer in South Africa. I think there was an application. In as much as we are discussing, they made an application to see the body. Was that order granted? It wasn't. How do we discuss matters in the court without evidence? Because the body itself was supposed to be evidence, but none in the courts talked about seeing the body. Up to now, as we speak, there is no body.
Mr. Mutumba, you stood before your followers and claimed that the family had secretly buried the remains of ECL despite the court injunction. Now, this is a criminal allegation of contempt of court and interference with the body. But in your case, what is your source? Or who is your source? Can you provide a single shred of evidence that the body is no longer at the Two Mountains Funeral Services in South Africa?
In fact, it's not from my mouth, but it's from the mouth of Makebi Zulu. One time, if you follow this whole story, you hear Makebe said, because of fear and what was published on social media, we had to take the body out of that mortuary. Are you not aware about that? Didn't you hear a story of this nature?
We're following you, yes.
Did you hear this story? So it wasn't me who said the body was removed from there. So people should gather every speech that Makebe was talking. If you circle the speeches, you discover that Makebe is involved in this whole story. So whether it is contempt of court, why are they not adhering to the court orders? Why have they kept on refusing to follow the order of the court? So if you are a 5 cents person, you can still add another 6 cents to think, because this is what we call common sense. Common sense is an extra thinking beyond your thinking.
My question was, who is your source? Are you able to at least hint us?
Why should I tell you? Why don't you go deeper and ask me? I'm giving you this information. If anyone wants to prove me that what I'm saying is the truth or is a lie.
Do you understand these are serious allegations, Mr.
I understand very well.
And you're ready to go
I'm also a freelance journalist, certified journalist.
You're ready to be...
I'm ready because I need to testify.
To be incarcerated.
It doesn't make sense for me to be incarcerated before they produce and give us the evidence that ECL is in the mortuary. I will challenge Makebe. I will challenge the ECL family, even the government, even the state. I'll ask them, has the state seen the body?
What is your interest in this issue? I know for sure many Zambians obviously have been following this story and they've taken a back seat. What is your interest in this?
The state sued the ECL family on a public interest. The public interest means you and me and whoever is interested. We are all interested because that is our former 60th president. The title doesn't expire. Issues may be there. Conflicts may be there, but the title does not expire. We had Ichiruba, who was not in good books with the sitting president by then. He was buried at one side. What about ECL? How special is he that he cannot be buried at one side because he's part of that common law? So it is your interest, it's my interest. We can't just keep silent over this matter. This is a very serious issue where all of us as Zambians should rise. You've heard other people are demanding that we should not go for election until we bury, but that's not my route. Me, what I'm demanding is let them tell us where they've taken ECL. I know there is no mortuary that can keep this man this long. Under what we call public health. You can't keep the body in the mortuary for more than 6 months.
But this is not any other body, Mr. Mutumba. We're talking of Zambia's 63th Republican president. Yes. And obviously, don't you think the body has some special way of being preserved?
And for what reason?
Because he served Zambia for over...
so whether he served Zambia, is he embalmed? Whether he's embalmed or not, there is no law that allows a mortuary to keep the body this long. And why are they even hiding from the South African government who are trying to find out on the allegations that this man was poisoned? Why are they even hiding?
Talking of the poison issue or the poisoning claim, you've rejected medical reports of throat cancer alleging instead that business associates were involved in the poisoning of a former president. Now, these associates have names, Mr. Mutumba. And I understand that just for you to come up with this claim, you need to have verified information. Are you prepared to name them tonight? Or are you hiding behind the software of a Facebook page?
But who told you that I named the names of associates that could have been...
But you're sure that these names are there?
There is something that happened.
What
have you ever seen the death record? Have you ever read a certified death record from that same hospital where the ECL is said to have died.
You read it yourself?
I've never. I've never. That's why I'm seriously demanding the whereabouts of the body of the late 60th president, because we need to have evidence that this man died of throat cancer or esophagus cancer. We have not seen this official document. None has this official document. I don't think in Zambia we have it. Neither was it even presented before the courts. It's not there.
When you allege business associates, maybe just shed more light on that.
I don't want to speak what I've not seen, but my interest and the information that I have is that he was buried secretly. I don't know who could have killed him. Nakachinda maybe will be in a good position because he's the first person who mentioned about the poisoning. So it's not me, it is them. Because Nakachinda was a partner to ECL. He started mentioning that. You saw it on Isabic. He plainly said it is alleged that he was poisoned. And me, my interest, I'm not pursuing the poisoning. I'm pursuing where is the body. Because we heard them saying they want to bury secretly. We heard them saying they want to bury privately. And they said they would select a number of people, which the family will consider this can see, this cannot. It is them. So when you pick it from there, Dennis is not speaking from without. He's speaking from evidence coming from the mouth of those that are closer to ECL.
So at this point, should we say, you being a whistleblower, are you just using a bit hints that are coming from Makebi and people like Rafael Nakachinda and people that have been a bit more vocal in the burial of the death of ECL? Because rather you don't have empirical evidence to prove this, but you're just using what you've heard and what they've said. Should we speculate that that's what you're using now?
Alfred, and the viewers, wherever you're watching us from, the truth of the matter is that ECL was buried secretly. That's why Makebe is back. Let me ask you one simple question, and the viewers must get sense out of nonsense. You are appointed as a spokesperson of the family, based because you are a family lawyer. You were a personal lawyer to the late. And they entrust you with the responsibility to speak on their behalf. They need to give you details about everything. You need to know every step that the family is taking. From nowhere, because the issue is in the courts, as a spokesperson, you come back to Zambia without indicating whether the contract was terminated or not. And you begin to preach the gospel, to liberate Zambians, claiming to be a plan B of the late. What comes in your mind, Zambians and viewers out there? Where can a person who was merely appointed as a spokesperson and later on comes to claim to head a party of the late man? Who gave him that responsibility? Recently, you heard Makebe saying he had an interaction with the former late president. So Makebe knows a lot. It is from his own mouth that today we can believe, and our findings concludes that Makebe knows where ECL was buried. Takwa baba mdala, we are Africans, we are Zambians, we have a culture, ngakuli chiriro. Bambi bara nwobwarwa, but your life changes when there is a funeral. You can't go for a party before you bury. You can't have a wedding before you bury. Where have you ever seen a man who has a position where people, they are using that title to say they are carrying on from him before he's buried? How do they demonstrate that they are capable of reading before they bury the one they are getting courage from, they are getting, powers from? Because it's like Makebe says he was ordained by ECL. Have you not heard about that?
No, it's just people that are claiming that
so what comes in your mind? Mwaya kuchiriro mwabwerako. Lilishani iliash atawe tatorashika.
Isn't it because the matter is before the court?
Okay. Now the matter is before the court. How does somebody carry on to preach that he wants to take over from the position of the late? If you are telling me the matter is before the court, did he come back because the matter is before the court? Who is going to instruct those lawyers there? As we have our Kabesha, who goes to give instruction to those lawyers? But who is giving instruction to those lawyers? How many lawyers are representing ECL families? How many? It is the same Makebe. The same Makebe said, Ngachashupa sana. Some institutions will not respect the wishes of the late. We are ready to go to jail. Can a spokesperson put himself? Can he sacrifice to go in jail before the ECL family goes into jail? He's involved. So don't be fooled. We must not be fooled. You are a normal person, I'm a normal person, the viewers are normal people. Unless you are bitter about somebody.
Mr. Mutumba, don't you think you going rogue on social media and talking about the death of ECL, you are injuring the family? They're a great family, this case.
In fact, the family, if they feel more injured, we are more injured because we are food. ECL does not only belong to ECL family, he belongs to the Zambians because he swore an oath. By so doing, a reasonable lawyer who understands the duty of a head of state, once those people are given a Bible to swear, they are no longer ordinary people, they become statesmen. What does the word statesman means? What honor do you give to a statesman when he dies? Those are questions that, you know, Zambians should understand. Who is a statesman? Does a fight between HH and the ECL melt the title? No. The title remains even up to death until Jesus comes. We'll still say, no, here is where Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu was buried. Here is where the former president was buried. So that title, because we have what we call common law, other people argue to say, no, this man is not learned, he's not a lawyer. Do people understand what common law is? So common law is that when a president dies, we bury them at Embassy Memorial Park. There is a protocol. He's a former commander of all armed forces. So he need to be given a military send-off. Other people say, no, how do you want to respect him now? Because you did not allow him to go and, get medical treatment.
He went in his own capacity, Mr. Mutumba.
He did not go in his own capacity in the first place. Do you know why the state stopped him from traveling?
This is a man that was stopped by government.
Why did the government stop
medical,
him? Those are answers like Crown TV should tell the people the truth. When you are a former president, whether you join politics, you become partisan and politics, you are still monitored by the state because you carry the secret of the state. So whenever you want to travel, whether you say no, na mma fiabu former president, therefore no mboku ingira mma politics, you still remain a state concern. Wherever you go, the state must know.
My question is that I still have is that what makes you so sure that the family secretly buried Edgar Chagwa Lungu?
Because they said it. That day, a day before we petitioned, when people attended the mass, when many other friends, sympathizers, supporters went to South Africa, they were told, this is a program that has secrets. We are going to allow few individuals that the family will present before you. And we are not going to allow everyone attend the burial service.
Mr. Mutumba, do you think the South African intelligence as well as Zambian have failed to beat, this record to ensure that we are kept abreast with what really happened in South Africa?
Has the state of Zambia, has the state of South Africa seen the body?
According to your sources.
I'm asking you, this is a very simple question. Has South African government, as powerful as they are with their intelligence, have they seen the body? The answer is no. Has the Zambian government seen the body? Because they are proud to see the body. Up to now, even when the South African police and intelligence went to the Two Mountain Morgue, para house, they were stopped. So they don't have information of where ECL is. Are you telling me the whole South Africa can fail to find where the body is? In their own country. And the only Aryans are keeping a secret of a former president from where they come from now. Are you telling me South Africa can allow them to continue keeping the body in a secret? What comes in your mind when such things are happening? So it's just common sense that Bari Werako, Bari Ibika, but he knows where he was buried. And I want him, if you want, he can report me to the police tonight. I will challenge him. Because any case you report against me, it must go to court. And I will challenge the court. I don't need a lawyer. I will stand on my own. People should not be troubled to say, no, he needs a representation. No, I will go alone. And I only have one question. Where is the body? If you have not buried it secretly, please present to me the body.
But you believe that ECL died?
He died.
You have proof? Any of your sources confirmed with you? Because we have people that have sat in your chair and they've told us they've had a chance to see the body.
Yeah.
From your sources, Mr. Mutumba.
From my source, he died.
Okay.
And he didn't die a normal death.
Normal death, what do you mean?
When you get sick, you die.
There's cancer that was being, throat cancer that was being...
That's a blue lie. It's not cancer that killed him.
What killed him then?
He was killed.
By who?
By unknown people. And we're digging more information.
These are serious allegations, Mr. Mutumba.
They are very serious. That's why you've invited me, because this is a very serious issue. And I'm not scared. That's why I've come. This issue is very serious. Do you know that it's even more serious than even elections? How people look at us, where we're comfortably bidding to govern, and yet we are refusing to bury the former head of state.
Don't you anticipate that obviously ECL will be fully or maybe rightfully buried before election?
Why?
Aside from what you're saying that is already buried secretly, but obviously...
Unless there is a second burial that he was already buried.
The man that you're talking about, Mr. Mutumba, has 2 open graves, as far as I'm concerned. One in South Africa, one here in Zambia.
Chimba, I know you ask me so many questions because you want the viewers to get the truth.
Indeed.
It is very simple. It is very simple that ECL was buried. And they are not ready to show us where he was buried. That's why other people are saying maybe he's alive. No, I say people, he is not alive, he's dead. Just like that mother you were interviewing some other time, who said she saw the body, of which I have a doubt. Yes, I have a doubt.
Minister. Yes.
If she saw the body, then she was told not to reveal what she saw. Makebe saw the body. But what happened to that body? Makebe is keeping it as a secret. But one day, believe you me and the viewers out there, Makebe is going to jail.
That's a serious threat, Mr. Mutumba.
Makebe is going to jail. Do you know that one time...
We're talking of a presidential aspirant here.
No, I'm also an aspiring candidate. Being an aspirant does not make you heavier than the truth. He was going to be more truthful. If there are people who vote for him, they're enjoying the money that he got from the ECL family because he promised them, let me go and campaign, give me all the monies, so that when I get into power...
Do you have proof that he got money from the
money.
former first family?
He got the money.
For campaigns?
Where can Makebe get money from to campaign as a president?
Much as I know, politicians are not obliged to disclose where they get their sources of campaigns or running campaigns.
No, they may not disclose, but it's just common sense.
So just because he came back and trying to...
Can't you question me if tomorrow you hear that I'm aspiring as a president? Where would you think Mutumba will get millions to convince the Zambians that he's capable to govern this country? Makebe, he said, he is plan B. Listen to, if you follow his discussion on a many interview, he said he had an interaction. So is a blessed and an anointed of ECL. So it is just simple common sense that he was offloaded money because he need to save this family. And this family, as we are talking right now, some of the family members are not in South Africa.
Makebe is not here to prove those allegations, to react, but he was here just a week ago. And I don't think...
Before you go any further,
yes,
why don't you invite us with Makebe one-on-one?
We'll share a special red card.
Please, let him be free. He's my young brother. Let him be free. I can ask so many questions. I know he's a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just an advocate of good governance.
And a journalist?
Yes, a freelance journalist. I can ask him just maybe 3 questions. He can be a bitter man. You know, he must be thankful for that our president is a good man. If he was behaving like this, like in Uganda, then Makebe was going to be in jail. Because he's trying to use spokespersonship. That I'm merely a spokesperson. You can't be a spokesperson when you don't know anything. You must be given information for you to speak what you are representing.
Let's talk about the backlash. I know for sure you've gone social media real rogue. How's been the backlash? You just raising these, allegations. How's it been? How many phone calls have you received? Are people threatening you?
I've received a lot of threats. And some people are suggesting that maybe I've been funded. I'm paid.
Are you
maybe
paid in some Mutumba?
He's sending me to speak all these. Others are saying I'm a Vuvuzela. I'm a UPND Vuvuzela. Yes, I'm a UPND. But being UPND does not stop me from speaking the truth. I've received a lot of threats such that sometimes I tell my family that let's be ready with anything. Even just direct messages. That way when Makebe becomes a president, you are the first person he's going to send to jail. I said he can start now because he's a Zambian. If he feels I'm accusing him with all these allegations that is behind the secret barrier of ECL, he's got every right either to report me to the police or take me to court. So I'm not saying this to make a name, to be popular, but I think I'm opening eyes for the Zambians. The only day I'll be challenged and I'll accept the challenge is where the body of ECL is presented before the court, or maybe staffs that are appointed to go and see the body, they confirm we've seen the body.
You sound really bitter about Makebe Zulu. Is this something personal?
No, it's not personal. I'm bitter about what he has done. Because he's fooling us. He's not just fooling the president.
He is just a spokesperson, Mr. Mutumba. If the family says, okay, Mr. Makebe, you're going to tell the nation or tell the Zambian people this particular information, and then he comes and addresses us, why should you hate him?
I don't know.
He's just a conduit.
I've been following keenly. In fact, I'm a follower of his page. And I sometimes like his nonsense. I press on the like. Even when he's speaking nonsense, I press there.
What nonsense?
So that he can confirm that I've seen what he has posted on his page. Now, being a spokesperson, there is one time there was an interview when one person said he's aware of what is happening in regards to ECL matter. Then he asked a question, who is a spokesperson? This gentleman answered, say, a person who speaks for others. Then he says, I'm not going to answer you any further. He sounded very intelligent, but that was foolishness. You can't be ignorant by representing some people. And two, how do you risk to speak things that are not truthful? Because when you're a spokesperson, you must be ready for anything. You must ask this family, what is the truth of all this story? They must avail to you information, even detailed information, so that when you speak exactly what they tell you. Now, let me tell you, Makebe was not just a spokesperson. Makebe was an interested person in the death of ECL because he said he was blessed by the former late president. Nishtakwa to mtu mungu suma sana. Kutuwashasha na abantu barerira waisa watampo kuchita kampeni. Bushale chita kampeni ati no, nefu yafi okuba presidenti wa PF wa Tonsa Alliance from nowhere. He's saying I want to be a president of PF Tonsa Alliance because I was anointed by the former late president.
Mr. Mutumba, maybe I'm too busy or my team, my research team are too busy to find that particular detail that Makebe has come out open and say, I was the chosen one by ECL or I was a plan B. Where are you getting this information?
It's him who is saying this. Is it me? That's why I was saying, why don't you invite him so that one-on-one I'm here? I will remind him and I also disclose some of the podcasts. I don't know whether this could be artificial intelligence. He said I was interacting with the president. He anointed me. Have you not heard about this? Background TV, Tama? You never followed this story. What I've discovered is, you media houses, sometimes you fear so much. Background, I love you because you are independent, unless maybe otherwise. This information I'm offloading, you media houses in Zambia, you would have followed up this issue. Send your freelance journalists in South Africa, you would have gotten the truth there. I don't just wake up and, start saying, okay, I have nothing to do now, let me talk about Makebe. No. What I speak should open your eyes.
You have accused him and the former First Lady of massive cover-up. Are you not just terrified of the defamation and the false news lawsuits that are obviously coming your way?
Defamation of character is a very sensitive case where you can compensate people. A poor man like me may not even manage to compensate the ECL family.
But
how do you qualify defamation of character?
If you are paid,
but you have given me chance to
yes,
speak.
let's find out. Let's hear.
How you qualify defamation of character is where you accuse somebody for something he or she has not done. But if I say the ECL family buried secretly, I must be challenged as to whether what I said is the truth or a lie. But the facts from where I got this information I'm offloading to you. It is them who said they want to bury secretly. Alfred, have you not heard this family saying they want to bury secretly? Is it your first time to hear this? Have you gotten it from somewhere, sometime? Have you not heard of anyone speaking to say, no, we are going to bury secretly and privately?
You are a freelance journalist. Obviously, you dig deeper than we do.
Are you answering my question? Are you answering my question?
We invited you to answer questions, Ms. Mutumba.
I'm also asking you because when you ask me a question, I want to give you an answer from your answer.
Yes, here.
Have you not heard ECL family saying they want to bury secretly?
There are lots of allegations surrounding ECL's, burial or death. So, obviously.
Are you running away that maybe you can be involved? No, this is an independent mind. You're not involved as Crown TV. So the truth is, they buried secretly. That's why they cannot even submit grounds on the leave they were given to appeal. Is it so difficult? You are given a grant to appeal. You are failing also to submit the grounds. Because they've been giving same reasons, same submissions. That no, the wishes of the former late is what we should do follow. No. There must be evidence, just like you are asking me to say no, there must be evidence that he left a wish.
Okay.
Yeah. So, to cut short the story, and the Zambians must not doubt, the man was buried long time ago in a secret place. And where, when they win, if people of Zambia trust Makebe, Makebe is going to bring back the body because he said it himself.
So are you saying the body of ECL is going to be exhumed?
It will be. Because Makebe said...
Is there going to be a body viewing according to you?
You're old. I don't know how old you are.
I'm old. I have 2 kids of a family.
Yeah, if they embalmed the body, because I know they embalmed it, because we can't see we can't view a rotten corpse. I'm sure they embalmed so that when they win, according to what Makebe said, they will bring back the body and bury it and give him.
But this is the body that you're saying obviously is not in a rightful state because of the business associates that you...
I know. And the people thank me later. That even if Makebe wins as a president, they would not allow the body viewing. They would not allow the body viewing. Because if today, truthfully, the body is in the mortuary and the forensic investigation is done, the pathologists will do their job, the truth will be even worse. But I know they will not allow this. This is the reason why they are covering up.
Mr. Mutumba, you seem to be a man that has difficulties to sleep knowing for sure that Zambia's 63th Republican president and the body is nowhere to be found.
They've called me names today. ECL spokesperson, you are now a Chitumbi spokesperson. I don't care, those are just titles. But the truth, we must speak the truth. I'm an activist, a voice of the voiceless. Other people cannot speak because they are scared, they are cowards. But being an advocate of human rights, I know my right. And you should know your right. The viewers must know their rights. We must know where ECL is. If any of a government representative like Muliro Kabesh and his team had seen the body, I would have not been talking here. I would have had no interest. But what puzzles many Zambians and what gives more questions, even you as Crown TV, you want to get to know what really happened. Because maybe this is not what you've been reporting.
But the family clearly says...
You had difficulties to get the facts about the whole story. And I'm offloading to you, giving you 1 + 1, you must add. Me, whatever I'm speaking, I'm just speaking exactly what the family said. And what I've gotten from my gentlemen, my correspondents, that side.
These are trusted
guys. Trusted guys.
Are you ready to be picked with your trusted guys?
They can pick us because what we just want is to expose the whole story. But how do they pick me first before they get to know where the body is? What makes them to pick me first? Why are they not finding the truth themselves? I can quiz, those who do pick me. So they've taken interest to pick me, yet they don't know where the body of ECL is. If they know, as they pick me, they'll tell me, Mutumba, what you're speaking is a lie. Here is the body. Then I'm ready to go to jail.
Because your claims, Mr. Mutumba, vividly insults on both countries, South Africa as well as Zambia, especially in the intelligence. Like they failed to really come to a close to this issue to say, okay, yes, the body of ECL is buried, and obviously this information is going to be passed to, the Zambian government. But you seem to know more than what the intelligence know.
It's not a must that the intelligence should know. In fact, it is us who gives intelligence the information. Information does not come from intelligence. Information comes from the people. Intelligence only collects information from the people. Who told you that intelligence has information? Intelligence uses intelligence to correct information. That's why the whole intelligence, most of them, they're journalists. So, if intelligence doesn't have information, let them begin to correct information from people. Chimba, people are saying, no, maybe he's mad. I'm not mad, I'm normal. I have a family, I have companies. I manage a lot of institutions. I'm a businessman. What could make me get more interested in exposing this kind of information to the public?
Don't you think this is a dent on you as a person, as a family man, as a businessman? Especially that you are aligning yourself with the UPND administration now, and you've just told us that you're vying for public office.
Hold on.
And obviously the perception that people are having.
I'm not a UPND spokesperson. I'm neither bringing UPND in this issue. I'm just a believer in UPND. I'm a member in UPND. So I'm not speaking on behalf of UPND.
I know.
So if you go to church like UCZ, you speak your mind, you speak what you found out, will they bring UCZ to this issue? I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. I'm an elder. For that matter, serving. The question is, should SDA be brought into this issue? I'm just a member in the UPND. I'm just a member in the Seventh-day Adventist. I'm just a family member of the Mukobela law establishment. All these groupings have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm speaking the truth of what is on the ground. ECL was buried. If anyone wants to challenge me, let him or her produce the evidence that ECL is in the mortuary. Mufriji efi balanda ba Freddy Membe. Ati wa akainde umunobe ari mufriji. Umufriji ushemwa bari mumona.
Just to conclude on this issue, you claim the South African Police Service, the SAPS, wants a post-mortem because they know that the body is gone. And SAPS has officially stated, Mr. Mutumba, that they are investigating poisoning based on claims made by the family themselves last year. Are you twisting a legitimate police procedure to fit your secret burial narrative?
Do you know the other reason why the state of South Africa, through the police, wants to find the cause of the death of ECL is also to determine as to whether the body is around or not. Because even when the South African Police Service needed the body for forensic investigation, they were not allowed to see the body. So this gives you a question again, why are they even hiding the police? If the police says, we want to search your house, would you tell them to say, no, you can't? Because the body you are talking about, is the matter is before the court. Police have their own channel of investigation. You can't attach them to the court matter, because the court matter is different from what the police are finding out. So the police of South Africa must be given a leeway to do their job, because the matter they are pursuing is not a case that is in the court. It is a different matter. So for Makebe to say, or maybe a family member to say, no, don't see this body because this body is under a matter that is before the court, I think they don't understand police procedure when they're doing their investigation. Police are independent from the court. So if you deny, they will use force.
Okay. Mr. Mutumba, let's look at the governance audit and as well as the 2026 roadmap. The ECZ has set the date for the August 13th, 2026. And if Lungu's mystery isn't solved by then, how does it affect the ability of the election? And does it create a matter of effect that the opposition, or does it weaken them, according to you?
It is our prayer that the PF and those that are aligned to the PF must resolve before the elections comes. But the situation at hand does not affect the election. There is no provision of the law that stops the election to go on. But it is just our tradition that how do we feel going to election before we bury the former 60th president? Can this be okay? Okay? And how can the opposition political party, whether those that are coming from PF or Tonsa Alliance or maybe Pamoze Alliance, go on for election, yet they've not buried a person they've succeeded from? So this is just also common, nature, that you can't inherit or you can't proceed to take over the powers of the one who is not yet buried. You get the point?
Yeah.
It's like when you lose your wife is still in the mortuary, as they are putting it. Can you go and sleep with another woman? So it is just your common sense that this is not right. It's like that woman who was sentenced after keeping the body of her husband for 2 years. That's why she was jailed, because it was not normal. So it's not normal for us to freely and joyously go to election as opposition leader, especially a party that was led by the former state.
Let's look at the transparency tests. Why do you think that the new Dawn administration has been so quiet about the specific details of their negotiations with the Lungu family?
The problem that is there is that I think the leadership of His Excellency, because this matter has to do with his administration, through the office of the cabinet to the secretary to the cabinet. I think you heard recently that the Attorney General mentioned that the negotiations are underway. But I think the step the state is taking is very slow, and it's a danger to the nation. And it does not sit well to many of us unless others are comfortable. So the step they've taken, I think is raising a lot of dust and questions as to whether this government is more serious on this matter or they are negligent. So to me, where transparency is concerned and the step the state has taken, I think to me they are very slow, but I know they've taken a deeper step. That's why when you see me speaking, I'm also correcting data. The state is more serious than we think. Stew's water runs deep.
Indeed, this is the hardball, and of course, we should be opening the phone lines just to speak to a few viewers this evening. We do have Mr. Dennis Mutumba, and he's spoken a lot. But anyway, let's quickly look at the youth as well as the economy, Mr. Dennis. You being a good governance advocate, meal is still high. Inflation is in a single digits on paper, but not on, or rather in the pots of people. As someone with a soft spot, Mr. Dennis, for a reform, how do you justify another 5 years for the UPND?
Thank you so much. I think UPND is moving in a right direction. They inherited a very hard economy. And you and me, we know. We don't need to praise the UPND in everything. They've been struggling to bring things in order. Now, you've mentioned about, essential commodities that are expensive now, despite,
of course,
the dollar, depreciating and also kwacha appreciating. We need to look at price control. The number of essential commodities that are cheaper now than they were because the trade is through a dollar. So we expect like essential commodities to be too low, to be affordable now.
Okay.
But it's not the case. We are admonishing the government. I'm now speaking as an advocate of good governance. In as much as people are saying, the kwacha has appreciated and the dollar has depreciated, we need to feel it. When you have 100 kwacha, you need to really feel that 100 kwacha makes sense. So that is a step the government is taking. They are monitoring the prices in some places whereby even millimil is still at 300, is still at 260. But in some places when you go, I bought millimil for my family at 160. Then I was saying this is better. Looking also at the bumper harvest that is expected this season, we hope that the millimil will be more cheaper. But let me tell you, if you go to places like Kanyama, Mandevu, these other areas, you really find that other essential commodities are cheaper. But if you go to high-tech places like, Mandai, you still find prices very expensive. So all we are talking about is let the government have a team that is monitoring the prices, especially where essential commodities are concerned.
Indeed.
Sure.
Let's quickly accommodate a few calls and hear what the people have to say this evening. I know for sure quite a number of people want to engage with you, Mr. Mutumba. Good evening.
Hello, Mkwai.
Mkwai, your name and where are you calling us from?
Joseph
Yes, but Joseph, your quick submission or question?
Mkwai. Mkwangusanya fende for kulanda kuliwa kalamba wali kona bena katushiva bomba shani Mkwai.
Lelo twabomba fye bwino.
Mkwai. Bakalamba wandi kwena na mfabuno fo mulanda wanda kisuma sana. Nomba gafwe bakalamba. Iso solution sho mulanda peshonse. Na tukibika pamo kaza ngumingala ndefiti finginga mefati mwa tukana wa makedi tumata pintu fitonse but question ni kufeinga imo yo mulando kwatinga bantu ala kukoti kayabe pushati nangeni kitumbi imwewo ichikurusana cyo muri FY mwe kumona pa kitumbi echikurusana nombe cyo nemiyo ko bakalamba takwe bati imwe obuteko bwali fo kumona pa kitumbi nomba imwe muri FY shira yakumwena mu pa kitumbi ike ama plan mukwete kaya kabombe bakalamba.
Okay.
Nangu mwinga chashani mwinga sonka nyashani teka bombe tekeni tie efo bapanga bene batumbi efo kachike imwe nangu alo mingi shwa kala mwete palo ni mweka pali kunuma au ko mushimpirire tetimbe pesi obutirangu chimo tonanda tishinka.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. We do appreciate. Unfortunately, we have to let you go so that we accommodate other calls. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you. You are through to Hardball.
Okay. Good evening. I don't know the advocate.
We do have Mr. Dennis Mutumba. Your name?
Yeah, you are talking to Jimmy.
Mr. Jimmy, Amaka Mwishiwi, yes, your contribution.
awengi ashiria Edgar Lungu nari kokola. Namushiwa. The only problem which I've just seen here is just the family. Unless if we bring the family on the table, then you sort out the issue to help us, you at least with the route to go. But if we just will talk about Makebi Zulu, Makebi Zulu is something just say I'm the spokesperson. So to bring Makebi Zulu to the spokesperson, according to what the advocate is saying, to be a spokesperson means you know everything.
Okay.
Because you can't be a spokesperson. You don't know, and you just say no, I'm a spokesperson. Otherwise, Makebi Zulu, as he has said, the president is just okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
If it was in Uganda, so Makebi Zulu this time to live in himself.
All right. Thank you so much. We do appreciate to have to accommodate one last call, and then we wrap up with our interview this evening. Your name? Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, your name and where you calling us from?
Okay, I'm calling from Chipatova, Kaunda.
Yes, Mr. Kaunda.
Okay, therefore, we talk about Mutumba. I don't know if it's the family of Mr. Mutumba.
Yes.
Therefore, question kuliwa Anthony General. Why shani kukoti kulianga tawa mwene stone? Because in the valley mwene stone, therefore to report question. Because takuri waya iminda mukoti ta umwene stone.
Okay.
So kuri wali mwene stone. So watu wa mwana Mozambique ati zona umuntu ali.
All right.
Okay, go.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate. I know time is only with us, Mr. Mutumba, but maybe you can respond to the callers, especially the last one.
Yeah, the last one has just also posed the question that near everyone can ask. The truth is that he made an application that the body must also be seen. And the court, I think, granted that. But it is the family that is resisting. So when you are going to court, there must be facts. And facts are the ones that will really conclude the whole matter. And the court must base their ruling from the evidence. So something was missing. I think, a number of people have been advocating that, no, in as much as this discussion, which is before the court, the disagreement, emphasis between the state and the family, there must be a body. But we are waiting because each time the government of the Republic of Zambia, through the lawyer that side, they've been making these possible applications, but refusal to agree to submit the body is what is causing all these delays, so that, even at the end of the day, we also begin to go deeper to find out why they are refusing to present the body. Let me also answer the other gentleman who says, imwena government, murefu okumona ekitumbi, nishi murefu ya kuchitumbi. I think that is a very childish question. Very childish. What does it benefit if we cannot know where ECL is? It is sad that people who are matured can ask this question. Where can I take the body of ECL? Eririere ashi, iwe kabesha iwe, urefu kusenda body ya maicho wandukuma richos. They're the ones who knows what they do. They go kunganga. So us, we are just saying, if they want to disagree with what I'm saying, let them present the body.
Okay.
As simple as that. So such questions are very childish.
Mr. Mutumba, as we go, if your allegations about ECL are proven false, will you resign from the public advocacy and apologize to the Lungu family for the trauma your claims have caused?
I will apologize if I'm found wanting and what I speak are lies. I will resign from my advocacy. Record this statement.
Indeed, Mr. Dennis Mutumba, the stakes tonight couldn't be higher, and you've put your reputation as well as potentially your freedom on the line with these claims, and we will be watching the South African courts very closely to see if your prophecy holds water. And we say that the dead do not speak, rather, but in this case, the silence is deafening. Whether it's a secret burial or state funeral, the truth eventually finds its way to the surface. And of course, Mr. Mutumba, this is where we have to come to the end of the program. But I will just give you 60 seconds, rather, as your final words to the Zambian people.
Zambian people, thank you so much. Let's remain united, because this country called Zambia is a peaceful country. And as we are going toward elections, let all opposition political party participate in this coming election, and let there be freedom for people to begin to campaign. As a government of UPND, I think we have seen a space of freedom from all opposition political parties. Individuals are freely speaking. So my prayer is that we see the next leader after 13th August 2026.
Okay.
Thank you so much, viewers, and thank you so much, Alfred.
Indeed, my guest tonight has been Dennis Mutumba. He is a good governance advocate, and this has been the Hardball on a Sunday. My name is Alfred Chimba. Till next week Sunday, it's bye-bye for now. Enjoy the rest of the evening.